So, previously on Curse of Strahd, excuse me, that was a good start. Nice belch. You went back to the town of Vallaki. You were you'd gone there to find a wedding dress for the abbot in Kresk. In the process, you recall Lady Vocta wanting to speak to you, so you thought, you'll do your bit. You're going to speak to Lady Vocta. During that interview, she revealed that she wanted to overthrow the Burgomaster, which you were like, well, no, I'm not on board with that. But then she revealed that she is a follower, or at least a believer in the Lord Strahd, I think were her words. At which point, swords, daggers, and spells were drawn, and you kicked off with Lady Vocta, this poor, defenceless woman, who then cast a Dimension Door spell and disappeared into the crypt. So this poor, defenceless woman then attempted to kick the shit out of you. And she had a good go at it, summoned a large zombie clot. But we finished last session with her having to flee for her life. She Dimension Door a second time in a random direction, and you guys fortunately chose the correct direction. And then a Hail Mary shot from Damian's very last attempt to take her down arced gracefully through the air, took her in the eye as she slumped from the horse dead in the streets of Vallaki, which is where we'll pick up from. As you guys, because Damian had used all of his, I think you'd cast haste on him. He'd used all of his speed abilities. He'd rushed well in front of you all, but you managed to appear from this undercroft under the Vocta house just in time to see Damian aim, take a breath, shoot as this bolt takes Lady Vocta down, and you're just about to pat him on the back when you hear a scream coming from across the street. And it's a woman, pointing. They've killed her! They've killed Lady Vocta! Summon the watch! And she screams again. All of a sudden, all around you, doors and windows are opening, and everyone on the whole street is now looking in your direction. What do you want to do?
Brungrik's going to walk away whistling.
From
roll deception and fail. sorry, Jake.
Roll stealth.
I've got a plus one from deception.
Oh, we all just point menacingly at Jake.
Yeah.
So Damian's going to walk over to where Lady Vocta's fallen from the horse, and he's going to grab the bolt of the arrow, or like the shaft of the bolt, and he's going to drag her by the bolt. So he's almost going to use it as like as a lever, as he's like dragging her through the mud of like Vallaki, and he's almost heading towards like the center of town, like to the main kind of court slash like the town center.
That's the town center.
As if he's like going for he's gonna kind of like huff her from behind, but he's gonna have a bit of a determination about him. He's gonna do something with a corpse.
Ooh, nice and aggressive. What's everyone else doing? So to get to the excuse me. Oh, that's going to be happening a lot tonight. To get to the corpse itself, it takes you sort of 2 minutes because it was a proper Hail Mary. She'd gone a distance, and all around now there's sort of screams and movement, and people are getting out of Damian's way, but also making sure they can keep an eye on you. You get to the body, as you say. That's brutal, mate. Start dragging her back towards the town square. You're aware of the fact that the guards have been summoned. And there's even a shout, summon the Burgomaster, fetch Kira. What does everyone else want to do?
Yeah, I think Rillik's gonna like chuck his kind of hood up and kind of drift towards the back, so to speak, to try and become as inconspicuous as he can be.
Okay.
For now.
That's relatively simple to do, just so you're all aware, because Damian, if you don't mind me using the expression, Jake, Damian's making a spectacle of this, but Damian's making an example of this, so blending into the background is not a problem.
Valkyn's going to follow Damian. He's strangely proud of Damian for how brutal he's just been. He's like, yes, my brother.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. So
why do I feel like I need to bring my dad voice out again?
Can I do it?
Please don't.
You beat me to it. Okay, so what is Brungrik doing?
Following loosely behind Damian, he'll take responsibility for his actions that he feels are justified.
Okay. So you're now sort of a three-man party. So Theodor.
Theodor's going to follow just because he's still a little bit kind of like it was a werewolf until very recently, so he's a bit kind of not sure what to do. So he's just kind of following the group at the moment. So he's just going to go along with it.
Okay, cool. That takes us to Reman.
Reman is rather proud of what's
by the sounds of it.
No, he was eating some cucumber and salad.
Yeah, whatever.
Very healthy.
Come back on camera, prove it.
Fried cucumber.
Oh shit! We all stand corrected.
Reman is rather proud of what's gone on. Quite smugly, he's going to put his hood up and follow on with a bit of a twist, thinking, shall I just resurrect the bones and what have you, and make a zombie in front of everyone? But thinks differently of it because he doesn't want the wrath of. Yeah, I forget. It doesn't matter, but he's not. Yeah,
okay.
He likes what's happened, and
okay, sure. So, strictly speaking, I like it. So it's just Rillik that's sort of hood up, blended into the background. So you, I mean, to some of the guards and gather everyone. We'll say that you get to the outskirts of the town square. So the town square's in front of you. Mostly, no, it's a busy time of day. So there's, if you remember Vallaki, in terms of Barovia, it's relatively busy. So there's people about, there's stalls, but also word has travelled ahead of you. So people are moving out of your way. In the town centre, around the centre itself, where the well is, there are hastily summoned. In fact, do us a favour, Lars, roll 3d6 for me. There will be that many guards poised, and they have spear and shield pointing towards you. So there's 9 guards. Thanks, dude. As it stands, the Burgomaster's not there and Kira's not there. But they look like, if you remember, I'll describe the town centre for you briefly. So you're approaching from the north, so you're travelling south. As you approach to your right, so to the west, there's the stocks. These are the stocks for the whole of the town. The stocks are currently empty, which is the first time you've ever seen them that way. In front of you is a fountain. All around the square, there's shops. So there's a blacksmith. There's a leatherworking shop. There's food places. There's a cafe. Why not? And 9 guards, spears levelled.
And would you say where the guards are at the moment? Are they on the are they kind of still in the town centre itself, or have they like met us on the kind of road leading into? Are they like blocking me getting into the?
Blocking you getting into the town. It looks like they're trying to stop a spectacle in the town centre.
Reman's going to step forward and prep a fireball in his hand, just walking towards him, but short, so he can't get any damage. And he's just going to shout in a booming voice, "Do you not realise what we've just done for you?" And see what happens.
Okay.
With the intention that if they pass, then I'll just launch the firebolt up into the air. But if not, then I'll not be happy.
Okay, gotcha. So that's an intimidation check.
Reman going straight in with the intimidation.
Right, here we go.
Doesn't sound like a man who's eating salad.
He's eating beef.
Chicken.
14. Okay, so there's a fella that looks a little bit older than the rest. So if you remember, most of the guards, they sport some kind of red somewhere, and the only thing that other than the red that identifies them is shield and spear. One that looks slightly older, a decent greyish tash, bit of a goatee going on underneath as well, and he sort of looks around at his fellows and he'll say, "We're under orders to not let you pass. Whatever you're intended to do, whatever you've done for us, it has no business in the town centre." But you've shaken him with your words.
So if you don't want the business in the town centre, I suggest you step aside and let us pass.
Well, then you do realise that more guards are going to be summoned, and Kira and the Burgomaster are on their way right now.
Fetch them.
I think I was going to say Damian would be like, summon the guards, summon everyone.
So they stand by. They move out of the way of Reman. They want nothing to do with him. Move out as far away as possible. And Damian as well, dragging the corpse of Lady Vocta by the bolt protruding from her arm. Where are you heading towards?
So I think from Damian's perspective, he's going right for the centre. He's going for. Is it a water fountain or is it a well?
For a water fountain.
Okay, so what he's going to do is he's going to take her up to the water fountain, and then he's going to use a rope to tie her up to the water fountain. Like, is it like a statued water fountain, or is it just like? Is there kind of like some kind of stone feature that he could strap her to?
Yeah, sure. It's Barovia. It's and Vallaki in Barovia is very old, run down. But sure, yeah, if that's what you want, mate.
Yes.
So you have just enough time to right way up.
It's literally going to be like the biggest like bodge job ever, but he's almost like he's going to drag her up by the bolt, and he's literally going to like push her up against the thing, and then he's just going to be like almost like it's going to be quite a shoddy job of doing it, but it's just enough to kind of like hold her in place.
Okay. So just as you've managed to lash her to the fountain, the Baron turns up. Baron Valakovich and Kira. The Baron's got his 2 mastiffs with him, his 2 dogs, and he is now surrounded by 20 guards, making a total of, in fact, there'll be 21 to round it up to 30, with Kira. As they approach, the Burgomaster is unreadable. Kira is looking towards you with a smile. She is grinning ear to ear, thoroughly enjoying the situation. She's also looking around.
So I think Damian would take the opportunity to kind of like stand on the edge of the water fountain, and he'd take like his short sword out, and he'd be like, "People of Vallaki, you have been deceived. The devil himself has his agents penetrating disguised within your midst. But this shall not stand anymore. I summon you all to aid in our fight and overthrow the devil.
At this point, because Theodor's obviously got a lot of making up to do, and he committed himself to the band, he's just going to walk up and stand next to Damian, just looking a bit passive aggressive.
Nice.
Brungrik's going to tap him with his axe and cast guidance.
Okay, so Rillik, Rillik from the shadows. We'll come back to you in a second, Jake. I just want to paint the picture all over. So Rillik in the shadows, you know what Kira's looking for. She's looking for you. There's lots of people around, so I'm not even going to ask you to roll. You can conceal yourself without too much trouble. What's Reman? You're backing everyone up, I assume. I am, but I'm doing it with my chicken.
Reman's just pacing in front of them as a bit of protection, bit like sort of Darth Maul pacing in front of Qui-Gon when the shields are up. He's got his fireball burning in his hand, his hood's up and that, and he's just sort of, I've got your back, guys.
Gotcha.
Sounds like he's going to pick a fight.
Yeah, it does. And Valkyn, what's...
Yeah, he's up on the fountain, standing fast with his hands on the hilts of his daggers, enjoying the chaos that might be about to unravel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we about to fight the entire guard?
Possibly.
Like we're about the
So,
entire town.
To the ground.
What we're going to do then, Jake, the roll is yours. You can have advantage and you've got a d4 to add to it. So it sounds to me, I'm quite happy for you to argue your case and go for something different. It sounds to me like a persuasion check.
Okay, I'll go for that because like persuasion, performance are all going to be the same. Like my charisma's the same, so
Sure.
if I'm getting it with advantage and then guidance to go on top of it.
Just before you roll, then I'm going to tell you the DC, just so you know what's going to happen, because you're going to sense this in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You are trying to convince the whole of the town that, okay, perhaps the Baron would be aware that Lady Voctor is against him, but for common decency, in fact, they tried to marry their two children off together. So everyone else, this is news to them. Advantage. With your D4, I'm going to set the DC at 14.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
Okay, doesn't need the guidance.
I've got guidance anyway, just to give it the, because that's how I would have done it with guidance. Give it that little bit of 17.
We're here to roll dice. That's what we do. So as Damian finishes his speech with the rest of you supporting him, the Burgomaster, you can see he's having a very quick look around as he's trying to take in the crowd. He's trying to sum up the mood, and he will step forward quite boldly, and his chin raises, and he will say, "Good people, my good people of Vallaki, it appears that we have heroes to thank this day for uprooting and ousting a villainous plot." And he spins quite dramatically towards the crowd, and he will, as he spins full 360, he points to you all, and he will say, "The heroes, the vanquishers of the Voctors," and he starts clapping, and everyone else joins it. It's very mechanical, very wooden, and the Burgomaster stops clapping, and while everyone else is clapping around him, he just glares at you. And while there's noise around, walks towards you, Kira on his shoulder, with his 2 mastiffs, and he's still got a good amount of guards with him. It's not a threatening pose. This is just like an honor guard with him. And he'll say, just so you guys can hear, he'll say, "My mansion now." And he'll turn around. Walk away.
Whoops.
Oh, Jake, you went then. Your sound went.
Oh no, I was gonna say we don't answer to that motherfucker.
Are you not going? What's the mood?
I'm just gonna where the people are still clapping. I'm gonna keep raising my hand up, like trying to.
Yeah,
incite,
Theodor's the same. He's got both hands in the air and he's doing bows and stuff, just being like, number 1.
I take it I've still not been noticed yet.
No.
Cool. I'm gonna do a bit of Valkyn and kind of stay in the shadows for a little bit.
Sure. Yeah, like I say, there's enough people about that you could do it without. So, is your intention to not follow?
I don't know at the moment, but whilst kind of Damian's lapping up the townsfolk, almost cheering, he's going to be like, "Their house is free. Take what is yours."
Damn.
Well, they're quite wealthy, aren't they? They're a really wealthy family in the town. So I imagine there are people in Barovia that are still suffering. They're quite skint. In Vallaki that are poor and quite skint. So he's going to be like, "Take it. It's all yours." Revolution.
So the Brad Pitt Achilles moment. Take it. It's yours.
Vive la revolution! So you okay? So now what I'm going to
Is Rillik at the front of the queue?
Valkyn probably is.
Sorry, Valkyn.
What I'm going to get you to do is roll another dice then, Jake. Just to see how convincing you are. So it's going to be another persuasion check. This is just a flat roll. And what I'm going to say, I'm going to set it at 14 again.
Oh man, it was dog shit. It was 9.
9. If you'd have got above 14, it would have been an outright riot. But 9, as it stands, is some people. There's a few. There's one that starts laughing as if thinking it's a joke, and then there's a few that go. And then they go, and then there's sort of casual shamble that leads into a run, and eventually the crowd disperses. You have the people that are to ransack Doctor House, but yeah, everyone else seems to start to disperse naturally. The Baron gets to the edge of the town centre, and he's still just walking away from you, walking to the Burgomaster's mansion. He's walking to the west, and he stops at the edge of the town square. So it's only about perhaps 50 feet away from you, and he hasn't turned around, and he just stands there, leans towards Kira. They have a short conversation. What do you want to do?
Damian would look back at the rest of the group. Oh God.
Well, Reman sort of he's put his big boots in, and he's like, "Well, I'm on this roller coaster. I'll see it through." But he was predominantly all about protecting the group, but he has no clue what he wants to do at the moment.
Theodor's still just lapping up all the praise from the crowd and stuff, going around shaking hands, just waiting to see what's going to happen with the rest of the group. Signing autographs.
Valkyn's going to shout out to the Burgomaster. He says, you have no hold over us. We have business elsewhere. Yeah.
Okay. There's a command from Kira. It's a sort of hut, and 30 spears are suddenly pointed towards you. and then there's a march. There's a and then they're now 30 spearmen marching towards you. And the Burgomaster, he will lean towards Kira and then lean back again. He's still faced away from you. And Kira shouts over. She is loving all of this. She's loving the chaos. She's loving everything to do with it. And she says, sort of in a sort of a giggly tone, she'll say, "Suggest you come now." Well, actually, I don't. Do what you like. If you don't come, we'll kill you.
Here's Anakin Skywalker moment. You will try.
How far away are they? How far away are all these soldiers from me?
By the time that all of this has unfolded, we'll say the Burgomaster is... what I'll do, I'll tie it in, because I think I know which way this is going now. I'll tie it in with the town square.
Murder, hobos, murder, hobos, murder, hobos.
Mate, it's not murder hobos.
Damian's getting us in a fight, isn't he?
This is going south really, really fast.
They are 50
Yeah.
feet.
It really escalated very quickly.
So the Burgomaster's 50, Kira's 50, the guards are now 40 feet away from you. But they've spread and started to look like they're going to surround. And I'm very
Theodor's
quickly...
just going to go over to Damian. Theodor's going to go over to Damian, who seems to be just rattling a few cages at the moment, just whispering in his ear. Do you not think it'd be best if we just went with them?
I think Rillik, this would be a good time for Rillik to probably show his face now. I think he'll probably shout over to Kira, tell them to stand down in like a really
Wooden
demanded voice.
In his best Rillik voice.
Yeah. But still with his hood up.
Okay. So let's set the scene a little bit now. You guys are still at the water fountain. You're facing west, and you've got these guards that are just advancing with shield and spear. Where's what I'll do? Let me give you the map, and then you can tell me where you're standing. Most of your tokens are still there from when we. Oh, Sam!
What?
There's little Niloren one eye. Look.
No!
Well, in fairness, he is alive again. So.
Oh, yeah.
Miller.
Where am I?
I'll pop you in, mate. Right, I'll get rid
I was
of the
zooming
one.
out. I thought I was on the wrong side of the map.
No. I'll this. Yeah, I'll get rid of the ones that are dead. So Damo,
Oh, he has his one eye and everything.
Valkyn. We'll use that one for Rillik. We've got. There's Theodor. There you are.
Is everyone else seeing this map on map tools?
I've just got
Yeah.
loading.
Because I'm only getting. Oh, it's loading. It was taking it. I had the old maps on there.
If you select map, it's the town square one. If you're not on it. But yeah, there is a lot of guards, guys. Theodor doesn't quite fancy getting molested.
They're spread out. This is not official. I've got a token for the Baron now as well.
So that they're not all like they are there.
No. I am going to move them around, spread them out a bit. So Alanonl and Lauren, we don't need.
Aaron looks a bit like a mean version of Mark.
Who am I missing? Valkyn. Oh yeah, Brungrik.
Yeah, he just took his adopted kid away.
Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it ever so slightly, chaps. I'm going to move the Baron down to the south. He is going to be at least 50 feet away from you. Oh, there-ish. His two mastiffs either side. Kira's just going to be here. What I'll do is also I'll start giving them halos. Make them more easy to identify, and I'm going to give them.
I suppose I'd kind of be over here, wouldn't if I'm kind of out the way.
Let me, just before you move, dude, let me put blue halo around you guys. Okay, right, the guards. Gonna kind of haphazard. They what I need. I'll clear everything else off. So I'm going to put 10 guards to the back of you. These were the guards that tried to stop you from entering here. Wow, this is going to take an absolute age to get. Okay,
I don't think we want to run this as a combat. We'll be sitting here for 10 minutes while Dave takes the guard's turn.
Yeah. I think I might. Yeah, we'll see. I'll perhaps put them into groups. So no, they're a bit further away from you, aren't they? So they are spreading though. Do know their business, especially as I mean the intimidation worked, but they know that Reman has the power to throw fire, so they're not standing, they're not bunching. Okay. So you guys arrange yourself around here. Lou, you put your Rillik where you're shouting from.
I've not got control of my token, mate.
Okay, dude. Yeah. Excuse me, try now.
Yep, tap.
Okay, wicked. Now I've done all that, I can't remember where we were with the story. So, oh, that's it. Rillik was shouting out to Kira, and you said.
Me.
Yes, sorry, dude, I forgot what you said.
So basically, just like propping a booming voice, tell them to stand down, Narya. And he'll say like Narya in like a proper elven kind of tone. And Kira will know what that means.
Okay.
I think it's Elven for fire or something. That was her nickname when she was younger.
Wicked. Like it.
For her.
So that's an interesting situation. So what I'm going to have you do is roll. It's a charisma check. It's going to be persuasion. Can roll with advantage because of how you presented it and your history. But you, if you recall, I'm setting this up so if you roll reasonably high and it doesn't go your way, if you remember, Kira is attached to the Burgomaster. The Burgomaster is a father figure to her. Yeah. He saved her life. She was dragged into the mists. So on this occasion, I'm not going to tell you the DC, but roll with advantage.
$17.
So you can see she's conflicted. She'll turn to the Burgomaster and she'll start talking to the Burgomaster now in hushed tones. There's no way that you're going to be able to hear. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll for the... In fact, let's have a conflicting roll. Sam, you haven't rolled a dice for me yet. Can you roll a D20, please? This is going to be the Burgomasters.
I mean this in the nicest respect, Sam. Roll dog shit.
Yeah, well done, Sam. So Kira now is she's starting to become a little bit more animated. This whispered conversation between the two of them is getting a little bit more heated, and the Burgomaster can tell that he's losing this battle. He starts to look a little bit nervous and a little bit sweaty. There's still people around. There's still witnesses to this, and this is an affront to his leadership. You know exactly what's happening. And he will walk to Kira, put a fatherly hand on her shoulder, and you can tell he's now trying to talk softly and slowly to her. And he will say at the top of his voice, in his best leader of the town voice, Kira has made me see the light. You are still heroes, and despite the fact that you appear to not want to follow the rules of the land, you are to be honoured. And as such, I name you all champions of Vallaki. And I wish to grant you the boon of the keys to the village. And again, he starts this clap, which then everyone, it's like when the baddie laughs, all of his henchmen laugh because the boss is laughing. And this clap goes around from the guard, from the Baron to Kira, to the guards, to all of the villagers. And the Baron now says, we will have a function at the earliest convenience to honour the heroes of Vallaki. But for now, good citizens, go about your business. The drama is over. And he motions to Kira, motions to the guards, and his intent seems to be get rid of the body of Lady Vocta. And the guards are wanting to disperse relatively peacefully. So this is the point where, are we fighting or not?
Jake just smiled, and I don't like it. I mean, I want to be 9th level as much as anybody, Jake, but this is a lot.
There's a lot of dudes there, yeah.
Valkyn's
This
ready
is
to throw down.
Is this how we finish
lapping
Curse
it up.
Strahd? Is this how we finish
mean-
it with a TPK and Vallaki for no reason?
So
This wasn't my original intention. I was purely just trying to incite, like, almost like a little bit of rebellion in the people, and not necessarily against the Baron, but against Strahd, like for them to see like that, they are under the Devil's thumb, and that actually now his generals are being picked off, and that they aren't immortal, like they've been led to believe that they can help in the fight. Was more to gain support. So I wasn't openly rebelling against the Baron, but I think if by killing the Baron we incite more rebellion from the people of Vallaki, then I think that's how Damian sees it. Damian sees it as, like he will do what he needs to now to end Strahd. But it's for that purpose. It's not, he's not just being a murder hobo for the sake of being a murder hobo. He's taking out minions or people that challenge his path to killing Strahd.
Yeah, I'm definitely with Damian on this one.
I'm with you all the way, and I'm enjoying it. What's happening at the minute is the crowd are dispersing, the guards are dispersing. The Baron and Kira are, well, in fact, the Baron's walking away. Kira's hanging around. I'm gonna have another roll. I'm not going to. Where is the Baron?
Is it a role of persuasion from Theodor to Damian to choose peace?
So yeah, he's after a word with Kira. Kira's sort of you can see Rillik. Obviously, you've zoned in on this. Kira's saying, and the burgomaster looks exasperated as he walks away. Kira stays. So the crowd are dispersing. The guards, most of them are stood around the outskirts of the town centre. Some of them are walking towards the body of Lady Vocta. But the burgomaster and most of the other guards and his mastiffs are walking. So I'm going to go with Rillik first. What did you want to do?
I suppose it's a bit difficult for me to try and drop back into the shadows now, isn't it?
That would be a stealth roll.
You know what? I'm going to give it a go, and can I use my inspiration?
Of course you can.
Does that just add advantage to it?
Yes. Yeah, you're where. Well, what it does is it cancels the disadvantage.
Advantage.
Yeah, so it's a flat roll, mate. So that's 8. Okay, the inspiration gone as well. No, you as you try and slink back, you knock into a stall and vegetables spill out onto the floor. Yeah. No, you've not slunk away. What I'm also going to do then is I'm going to give Kira a perception check. And you can see as you've knocked this stall, you look back almost guiltily, or to see what Kira's reaction, and she looks disappointed. She's seen you try and blend back and run away from you, and she looks confused. She looks hurt. Then she looks angry.
Which is fine. I can play on that.
Okay. What's everyone else doing then?
Theodor's still not. He's just gauging the crowd. Obviously, he's committed himself to this group of rapscallions. He's going to walk over to the stall of all the apples and vegetables that fell on the floor, pretend to start picking some up, and just pocket a couple of apples for later. And then he's just going to stand by the apple store, just with his arm just relaxed on the apple store, just kind of watching the rest of the group, just to see what's going to happen.
Okay,
He's just going to move and just stand here.
Everyone else?
19. He stole them apples good and proper.
So we're looking. We know what Valkyn's ready to throw down. If I'm reading it correctly, Brungrik is trying to be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Damian, you wanted to incite the populace against Strahd, which the burgomaster seems to have taken offence to the fact that you seem to think that you're in charge of his town.
Oh, fuck it, we're killing him. We're killing this prick. Take him out.
Are we rolling initiative?
Oh, Lord.
It's not. Listen. If in the back of your mind you're thinking, oh no, that's murder hobo, it's not. With what you and it's specifically you two, with Damian and Valkyn, everything that you've been through, I get it. I understand. If you want to throw down, and that's what you're doing.
Reman, obviously, he's had his trials and tribulations in this world, and he is from what Damian has done today. He's like, yeah, this is the band I've been looking for. I'm with you all the way. If you want to open a can, let's do it.
Do you know what? I think Damian would point at the Baron, and he'd be like, You cower in the shadows from the devil. He oppresses you. He oppresses your people. And you have done nothing but hide. You're a slimy weasel. and you do not deserve to rule over this town.
Right, that is an intimidation roll.
Oh man, this could be dog shit.
Don't let it be dog shit.
It's only a
Come on, Jake.
6.
Right, let's roll initiative.
Not very intimidating.
It was dog shit. Let's say.
Can as we're rolling? What unexpected error? No.
Just close it
Yeah, just
down.
close it. Take your time.
As we're rolling initiative, and he's just shouted at the Burgomaster, and I've still got this fireball. Am I all right just to launch it at the flipping Burgomaster?
The fire bolt, you said, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Literally changed firebolt and
Not
fireball.
at the, but not directly at him. Like to go, but I just want to launch it above his head to give him that extra.
Oh shit!
So, someone's just, we just called you out, and you're walking off.
Right. Okay. So what I'm tempted to do, if this is your intent, then, is if we add that to the situation, that would have given Damian the chance to roll with advantage. So as the firebolt goes off, it's a warning shot, is what you say.
Yeah.
So Damian, you can re-roll.
Oh no, that was even worse. It sat on 18. The dice are not in my favour.
The day
I
Vallaki
rolled
burned.
initiative and it showed 15.
That's what
Nah,
happens.
sure not.
That's what happens when you cheat on Strahd with these other games you're playing.
I can't help it. My love for the game is too much.
I've just been
Yes,
watching Sam's screen. Just watching the disappointment wash over his face. He looked like a
me too.
disappointed dad.
Me too.
But the thing is, I'm really, really stuck on what I'm actually going to do here because I don't know.
Right.
They're all evil, Sam. They're all evil. They're little demon worshipping bitches.
5, 2, 4, 5.
Damian's always going on a bit of an evil spree. Kill all evil.
Who? Oh, bloody hell! Valkyn, you're supposed to be top, and you've rolled last. Who? Oh, Reman. Yes. Initiative, please, Mr. Miller.
I've clicked it. I've got a little blue progress bar. I've clicked it a few times. I don't know if you're going to get inundated a load of them or not. It's not showing up yet.
Yeah, don't myself. Well, yeah. Don't click it anymore. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start grouping them. So I'm going to have purple group. I'm going to roll initiative for them. Then I'm going to have stick with red group and roll initiative for them. And then let's change these to. Is there a Puce? I want a Puce group. No, there's no Puce. Let's go with yellow. Two. I'll sort yours in a second, Miller, if necessary. And then
Can we just click save here now, just in case we do die, and then we can reload it like you would on Baldur's Gate?
It's already gone wrong.
Okay, so no, I'm not getting an initiative for you, Miller. Is it still trying? No, what's happening on your screen?
Just in the little status bar on the bottom. My computer at the moment is chucking all my updates from my email and everything across, so it's just being bloody slow.
Okay, on D&D Beyond, roll initiative on there, and I'll apply it to your token.
Just a D20, or
it's you should have a little. We don't do it on D&D Beyond, do we? There should be a box on the front page for initiative.
Uh,
It's just
I'm pretty
beneath your
certain
proficiency bonus.
if you click on your token, if you click on Reman, tell a lie. Ignore me.
oh, there we go.
Something's happened. Rama 16. Okay, yeah, rolled quite well. Okay, that works quite nicely for me. So, Damian's challenged the leadership of Vallaki. Reman's throwing the firebolt as a warning shot as the Baron says, kill them all, as the guards start to charge forwards. The first to react to this, and again, she is loving everything that's happening at the minute. If you remember Kira, Kira's left arm has it's not a human arm. It looks as if it's been replaced by the arm of a devil, of a demon, and she has this large battle axe on her shoulder. She's the first to react as she runs into combat. She's going to run her full 30 feet. Yep, and then she is nearest to her is the rabble rouser, is Damian. This left hand of her starts to glow, and it's wreathed in flame as she's running forwards with the axe. She casually flicks this arm forwards as a flame hurls towards Damian. That's a 20 to hit Damian.
Oh, even with my reaction, it would hit. You can use a reaction to deflect or catch the missile. Does it count as a missile?
Unfortunately, it's a ranged spell attack, Jake.
Oh man, yeah. So
I know what you were going for there, Jake.
Yeah. Throw it back.
Because I was looking at Monk the other day when I was flicking through classes.
That's 10 points of fire damage. Next to react is the Baron, who, after saying, so a flame wreaths over Damian. I can only assume that this is Damian's, like, you've all drawn weapons now. The Burgomaster is going to run.
Oh, coward.
And he's going to use his action to dash. So that puts him just off the map. I'm going to leave him there just for the sake of argument. I'll keep him visible to you. I don't know if you can still see him at the edge there. Is take vision so you can see everything. That takes us to Reman. Your turn.
Reman is going to. He is going to drop a fireball just here that should encompass all of the purple group.
Wicked. I get you the. They create one. Hopefully,
crap! I forgot they were counters.
It's basically like D&D's version of a nuke.
Yeah, so good.
It is good.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean. Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
Your best roll of the day when we don't need it.
We want license or circle 30. Can't have that. Circle.
It's 20, isn't it? The fireball. Yeah.
20.
20.
20 feet, yeah.
20 radius, yeah. Yeah. So it's. Bear with me. I'm doing it. All right. So, Take it off snap to grid and ship. Miller. Who else can cast fireballs? Let's give it to. Right, that token is now yours, Miller. You put it where you want. Let's see who it covers.
Almost
Okay.
everybody.
With a bit of jiggery pokery, you could probably get that one in as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dex saves. What's your DC, dude?
DC. That's the dexterity 15.
Dex 15, smashing. Right, I'm going to count to 10. Can you tell me how many pass? So 1 fails, 2 fails, 3 fails, 4 passes, 5 fails, 6 passes, 7 fails, 8 passes, 9 passes, 10 fails.
So 4 passes, 6 failed.
Yeah, the 4, 6, 8, and 9 passed.
Okay. So 4.
Take half damage.
Yeah. Right, roll your damage then. Please.
Come on.
Having real technical issues tonight.
Oh, I know, mate. I've got a new phone. I've got flipping fireball. I don't know why it's not rolling.
Have you clicked which level to use it at?
Yeah, let's try that again. There we
There
go.
you go. Right. So 27. So 13 for half damage. Right, that's all of them dead. Would you care
Wow.
to describe how you murder hobo 10 guardsmen?
Well, I'd already clocked them from beforehand, you know, when they'd all formed up, and obviously Kira's come running towards us. She's cracked this fireball towards, or this whatever's come out of a tendril towards Damian, which is causing some grief. And I've just gone over my shoulder with a fireball. It's just in the middle of them all.
Nice. So that's any movement, anything else from Reman?
I think Reman is going to sort of move back slightly just so that he's out of range of anything that might.
Okay.
What is my movement?
30.
30.
Like,
Yeah, that'll do, mate.
okay. Theodor.
So surprise, surprise, Theodor is also going to cast a fireball.
You put it where you want, mate.
No.
You should have
Yeah,
control
boy.
of it as well.
I can't click it.
Okay.
Since it killed all those men, I can't click it now.
Yeah, no, that's because I killed it as well. So let me just change it back to change to right. So there you go, mate. Try that.
Got it. Alright, let's try and kill some folks. I think that's probably the most people I'm going to get.
Okie dokie.
Oh, actually. Maybe I'll do that instead.
Okay,
Oh, is that
so
going to catch Kira as well? Is it?
It was, yeah.
Well, it was. That isn't.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think
six.
if you could
two
put some
masters
damage
as
on
well.
Kira.
Let's say you've got the choice of going for less and potentially damaging Kira, or you've got bigger numbers on the right-hand side. I think you were looking at getting about 6 or 7 on the right-hand side.
Sam's getting involved now.
Sam's not getting involved. Brungrik's not getting involved. But
Brunwick's just sorted off with his axe over his shoulder, trying to find a tavern.
there's that bit of me that did this in Dragonlance that's like, no, you need to position it like this so you can kill as many, because I understand the killing many people like I did in Dragonlance. But Brungrick's walking away.
I'm walking away.
Fuck this shit,
So-
I'm out.
I'm casting level 3 fireball with dex of 16.
Got you, mate. Wicked, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 saving throws.
Are you a sorcerer, Lars? Don't forget your
Six.
Sorry, yeah, if you can't see me.
Right, six guards. 1 fails. 2 passes. In fact, I can just write this down. 3 fails. 4 passes. You said 16, didn't you?
16 dex, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, 5 passes. That's a natural 1. So 2, 4, and 5. And then I've got a Mastiff and Kira. Mastiff killing a dog. Saw you cuddling your dog about 2 minutes ago.
I'm indiscriminate though. Everything needs to die.
Dog rolls 15, so fails. Kira passes.
Natural
Kira
one.
passes. Right, roll your
damage. Oh, I've gone off it.
$20. Okay.
And I don't roll it for each individual, do I? That's just 20 for the whole fireball.
Yes, mate. Yeah. So 2. 2, 4, and 5 pass. And we've got 1, 2, 3. The dog failed, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's dead. Kira passed, however. Yeah. So the detonation of the fireball lands. 3 guards instantly scream and burn and just drop to the floor. 3 others are trying to put the fires out on them. The dog, you hear this high-pitched whimper as it dies. Kira thinks this is hilarious. And as the fire washes over her, it's almost as if she's invigorated by it. She still takes damage from it, but in fact, I think she does. I don't think Tom gives it. Yeah. Anything else from Theodor?
Theodor's going to walk over next to Reman, tap him on the shoulder, and
Go help.
And go 4, and then just take a bite out of one of them apples that you stole earlier.
Okay. Okay.
I see a bit of Lord of the Rings coming on here.
It only counts
That's
as
3
one.
already.
Hey, Brungrik.
Brungrik is going to shout something to the effect of, "This is fucking madness. By killing each other, we're only weakening ourselves against Strahd. You're losing sight of the goal and sight of the mission. Stop this now."
Okay.
But a lot better than how I just said it.
And
Bit
you're
more
aiming
epic.
this towards both parties.
Fucking
I assume.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
I was expecting more along the lines of you pointing at Reman and going, "That only counts as one."
Because I ain't getting involved.
So let's.
I had to check my alignment for this fight. That's how far I've gone. I had to double check what alignment I put him as for this fight.
I'm hearing you, Sam. I'm quite comfortable with alignment being a grey area, especially with what you've all been through. Because Brungrik's been through some shit as well. So
He's still a good person.
I'm hearing you. I get you. So what we'll do then, we'll have a persuasion roll to see how well Brungrik does convincing the enemy.
Okay. It's probably not going to be great. Oh, it's not too bad. 15. As I have a +1, I don't think that's too bad.
15's all right. Okay.
So this is where I'm actually going to argue against myself, and technically argue I should be at a disadvantage because they've just fucking lit 13 of them up and killed me.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. Thanks, Sam. Roll again.
We've almost gone too far at this point. I've just killed a dog.
A 9. Yeah, that's about. Because when you think about the situation realistically, one voice going, "This is fucking madness. This is ridiculous." When everything that's just happened has happened is.
Okay. So
need a bit of thaumaturgy.
Brungrik sees that you are not going to make a difference verbally. You still have action movement and the rest of your turn. Speaking's free. Is this the point where you'd wished you'd gone for calm emotions and you spend all your spell slots?
It's calming everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys have the chance to respond to this. Talking's free. So this is, the sort of six seconds. Does anyone want to respond to Brungrik?
Theodor's chaotic good, so like he's on a path of redemption and wants to be a good guy, but he's chaotic, so he's just like, I'll just do whatever I need to do to get back to my family and be good. He's just kind of following the pack because he's got a life debt essentially.
It's pack mentality from your days as a werewolf that you've not got rid of that trait.
Yeah,
I like it, Lars. Yeah.
I think Damian would naturally respond to Brungrik's statement and he'd say, they're all evil. They've just got a different alignment than with the devil, but they're not willing to take a stand against him. And therefore we must act.
Rillik's too busy picking shit up off the market stall that he's just knocked over.
I think if no one else has got anything to say, I think Rillik will look at Damian and just say, "I'm sorry, lad, but this is not my fight. My fight is Strahd. This isn't mine." And he will turn and sort of move away, and he's sort of washing his hands of it, as it were, at this point.
Okay.
I think I've got to. I've been sat here the whole time, sort of going through my head, and I just can't see a way. I know, I appreciate what you're saying, but at the same time, I think he's at the end of his life, so he's been through shit anyway, and he is a naturally good person. He always tries to see the good in people. This is where Niloren's got it from, but he's obviously a bit more wiser to the world, and he's aware that not everyone is as good as they perceive to be. But this isn't his mission. Is to kill Strahd. This is a negative thing in his eyes now, because though they may not be out there scrapping with Strahd, this is a negative thing to him because they stand against him in their own way. So I've sat here for the last 10 minutes really thinking over. I think he can't do it unless someone attacks him and he defends himself. That's it for him.
Valkyn's going to speak up. He's going to. I mean, his alignment's neutral evil, but he kind of recognises the strength in numbers. And as much as he's loving it, and he is loving it, and he's loving all this chaotic, just kill everybody, just like Kieran. Yeah, he's going to speak up and say to the guards, not necessarily at Kira, because Kira's obviously wanting to throw down, but speaking to the guards, saying, you've lived under the heel of Strahd. You say you stand against Strahd, but you live under the heel. You live in his shadow, and nothing has changed. Join us against our fight against Strahd.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, stand
Can't like
fast
that.
and prepare to die.
Right. So that's going to be another charisma check. So we need to now work out, because I like it. You've threatened them. You've obliterated a unit in a second. You've half annihilated another one. So even though you're in combat, as I did with Sam, I'm not going to apply disadvantage, but I'm not going to give you advantage. So it's going to be a flat. And with the way that you finished that, it's going to be a flat intimidation roll. However, the DC is going to be reasonably hefty. They're following the Burgomaster's orders, so I'm not going to tell you the DC again, but an intimidation roll, please, Mr. Johnson.
Come on, ladder.
Yes. I didn't see it. What was it? Nice.
Yeah.
It was filth.
I didn't know you had a +9 to intimidation. So to this, a lot of the guards, you see a few of them look to the person to the left, to the right. And one of them, let's say this fella here, who looks a little bit older than the rest. Let me just change his, so we know. He's identifying himself, and he'll say, "There's nothing you can do. There's nothing that you can promise us that will keep us safe. This is Barovia. The best defense we have is that man," and he points over his shoulder towards the retreating Burgomaster. He'll say, "That man has kept the devil out of these walls for 10 years. And you've come disturbing the peace, inviting the devil in. What promises do you give us?"
I think Reman would pipe up and go, he invited the devil in. She was one of Strahd's minions, and he knew it. We're just clearing up the mess.
Where is your proof of this? All we've got is your word. So with this, as this exchange is going on, Kira's still running forwards. Kira's still running forwards as if she wants to put her axe through Damian. But the guards now have stopped while this exchange is happening.
I think Damian's getting ready to throw down with Kira, so he's not going to potentially engage in the conversation because he's about ready to brace. He's got the blood whip ready to go.
Theodor's eyeing up that other mastiff, that other dog.
Jesus Christ,
Look,
Lars.
You used to be a lycanthrope. You don't have to do it anymore.
So any
I mean,
other-
Good job my dog can't hear you.
Valkyn's going to pipe.
Which one, Lancelot or your real one?
My real one.
Go on, Andy, sorry.
He's going to say, "We promise you nothing whatsoever. But what is the option? You cower behind your walls for another 10 years, or you fight and you die as free men." Choice is yours.
Okay, so I'm referring back to your intimidation of 24. What's going to happen now is a lot of the guards, as they're glancing to their fellows next door, possibly brothers, possibly sons, fathers, a lot of them, their shoulders slump. And when I identify him as the ringleader, he will say, "This is a tough one." What he's going to say to you, he's going to lay it out a little bit, and he's going to say, "If we stand down now, we've let down our townsfolk, our family, our leader." And at this, Kira turns round and she starts snarling, frothing, foaming at the mouth as she says, "Kill them! Kill them all!" The guards, 24, mate, I can't go against that. The guard now will say, "Enough. Enough." But you, and he gestures to all of you, he'll say, "You must leave Vallaki now and never return." And Kira's still frothing, running forwards, so we'll finish that in a bit. In fact, we'd best do that first, haven't we? Because that's going to be what's happening next. Because, Damian.
Sorry,
if
I'd have moved back as well. I instigated this entire conversation.
if she's has she moved further forward than what she already is?
No, no, that was her turn to charge to there. She's had this little exchange.
Okay.
What are you bothered about? You can move like 340 feet in a turn.
I can move fast. But Damian is not running from a fight. He's going to go at her.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's a 31 to hit.
It's
using the blood whip as well for 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then second hit is 27.
27 hits.
For 13 points of damage again.
Okay.
He is then gonna let me just check one thing because I'm sure I can make a
surge or not to action surge.
I can't action surge. I already used it. I used it in the last game, but I'm pretty certain I can. But I don't just have to bonus action. I'm sure I can just unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's your monk feature. Yeah.
But I don't have to flurry of blows. It's just as it's flurry of blows is an action, but I'm sure I can just make I can make an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Okay.
So I am going to step in.
Yep.
And then make an unarmed strike against her.
Okay.
So that's a 22 to hit.
2 hits.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay.
So like
anything else?
Not at the moment. I'm going to kind of see it as Damian's going to crack the whip once at her as she's running towards him. He's then going to leash another one straight at her to kind of like drop a guard, and then he's going to come in and like crack her in the face with his fist.
Yeah, she staggers, and as her mouth bleeds with the shock of your blow, which she's licking it off her teeth, giggling to herself. That takes us to Rillik.
I'm very limited what I can do in my position. But just to be a bit of a bellend, I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on the Baron.
What's the range?
120 feet.
You can get to him. You're gonna have to move 20 feet closer. 25 feet closer.
Am I?
Yep.
You're about 140 feet away, mate.
25 feet.
25. Yeah, that puts you. Yeah, because he was just off the map. He'd moved 5 further than he was. Okay.
That puts you where you've gone there, by my reckoning, 115 meters, Lewis.
Yeah. The Baron had gone 5 further, but that's off the map. So, I believe I've got a saving throw then. Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom, please.
Okay, what's your DC?
I think it's 12.
He's rolled 21.
Oh, bastard.
Yeah, that's a shame. That could have been pretty. That could have been interesting. Does he just shrugs it off then? I'll take it.
I think so. Future action, plane control. Doesn't say anything, so I'm assuming so, yeah.
Yeah, it's normally the case with enchantment spells. Okay, so that's 25 feet of movement. Spell, you can't quite get a fix on him and he shrugs it off. Anything else? A little bit disappointed for you there, mate. That could have been fun.
Yeah, the only thing I'll do a bonus action and I'll harness some divine power and just get a second.
Yeah. Right, Mr. Assassin.
Has Kira taken an action yet?
Yes, she was first to act. However, she's within 5 feet of your mate.
Yeah. So it'll get me assassinated as well. But no. Yeah, so Valkyn's going to move in and he's going to take a with his dagger. +1 dagger. It's a 26 to hit.
26 is going to hit.
Good talk.
7 plus.
Uh, 24.
24.
Okay. That's a solid hit.
And then bonus action is going to take another swipe with his dagger.
Okay, yep. So this is your non-magic dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. On
my short sword.
Oh, yes, that's right. 18 hits.
18. Another 9.
I think it's 5, mate. Is that
what?
Because that's offhand, isn't it? Or have you got 2 weapon fighting?
Yeah, I've got
dual wield. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. It's been that long since I played these characters.
I've got I've got 2 weapon fighting.
Okay. Sorry, I meant dual wield, but yeah. Yeah, because if you haven't got the specific we'll sort it out. Right. So the guards, the yellow guards now have along with the rest of the guards, they've kind of accepted their feat after Valkyn has sort of intimidated them into withdrawing. So what we'll do now, we can virtually forget that the guards are there. They withdraw. However, the Mastiff at the back is going to have his turn. And he's still loyal, being a dog. He can just get to there with a movement of 40 and try and attack. Damian, he only rolls a 14 to hit.
That's going to miss.
Okay, right. So that takes us to top of the line again. Kira's going to have her turn. Now she's got her battle axe that she's wielding in two hands, one of which is this devil arm. She swings it around for 2 attacks against Damian. The first one is going to be a critical hit.
Ooh,
27.
Dave, can I cast as a reaction to that silvery barbs on Kira?
You can. Who's getting the bonus?
Damian.
Okay. So her second attack is 19.
So if I use my with my patient defense, not patient defense, I get defensive duelist, so my AC is 20.
Nice.
It's technically 22 at the moment, so the only reason it hit was that critical.
Okay. So her second attack is going to be 23.
Oh, I thought the first one hit.
No, because it was 20. Hold on.
Didn't she roll a crit hit, or was that the silvery barbs cancel that out?
So Silvery Barbs cancels out the crit hit. Her second hit, you use your reaction to increase your AC and deflect it.
Oh no! So I wouldn't have needed to, because what did she roll to hit? What did she get to hit me? The second one, was it a 19?
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, that last one's going to hit at 23.
Yeah, which is 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Hold up, I'm telling you a lie. It's not. So that's with one hand. With 2 hands, it's 18 points of damage.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
The Baron's turn. He's solid gone. He's going to use his action to dash again. So he's now surrounded by other guards. Okay. Reman?
So all the guards are gone.
Yeah.
It's just the hound and what's the chops.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast a firebolt directly at Kira.
Okay, roll to hit.
Leave that dog to me. I'll have the dog.
13.
13 is not enough, I'm afraid. 13 misses.
I'm just gonna stay put there.
Okay, Theodor. Dog killing time.
Theodor's. I don't know if I'm actually going to go kill the dog. I'm not sure what to do yet. How far can it be? 30. So Theodor's going to move up. I'm going to have to cast a firebolt as well, I think.
Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
Oops, just close down D&D.
15.
15. Oh.
16 is pretty decent.
I was going to use twin spell as well, so I could hit the dog and Kira.
Sure. Okay.
I'm assuming I've probably rolled that wrong there. Or do I need to just roll it again?
Yeah. It's another roll to hit. In theory, you'd declare it as you cast it. So these two, but yeah, you can.
Cool. It's only one sorcery point because it's a cantrip, isn't it?
Yes, mate. So roll to hit.
23
Yeah, that's an easy hit.
and 7 damage.
How do you kill the dog?
He's just gonna point his fingers like a gun and give it the.
Okay. Anything else from Theodor?
He's gonna shout out some Dumbledore inspirational words to the men as they all retreat and say, "We must all face a choice between what is right and what is easy." And then also say, "One can never have too many socks."
You could have pulled off a perfect Gandalf then and gone, "Run, you fools!"
Fly, you fools.
Nice. Okay. So let's end your turn there, which takes us to the non-combatant Sam. Poor Sam.
He's just going to move forward 25 feet and stand. He's going to plead with them again. Going to try it again. Stop now. This is enough. The guards have given up. We need all the allies we can have. We've made enough enemies as it is. Let's put down your weapons.
Okay. That's another persuasion check for Kira then. Okay, yeah.
There he goes.
She's
not
bit
very
between the
charismatic.
teeth. Yeah. What I am going to do, however, Sam, is I am going to award you inspiration for the session. You've played your character. You've seen it through, mate, and well done and well earned inspiration. But that's going to take us to Damian's turn then.
Damian is going to carry on in the good fight against Kira.
Okay, roll to hit.
27.
27 hits. By the way, you question whether 27 hits.
14 damage. I mean, I take it from looking at her at the minute, she's looking still pretty strong.
It's difficult to assess with Kira. The more damage you inflict, the happier she seems to be. The more covered in blood she is, the happier she seems to be. But she's covered in a lot of her own blood.
I'm going to make another attack with a blood whip then.
Just
Wow,
give her a bit
that's
more
not
blood.
doing fucking anything. I got a natural 1.
Yeah, no, she blocks this blow. And as she snatches your whip briefly, she sort of licks her own blood off it before throwing it back to you.
But can I punch her?
Oh, sorry, mate. Yes, of course you can.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Describe how her head blows.
That's for 6 damage.
Okay. That staggers her. You wind her a little bit, knock the puff out of her there. 10? Yep. Go on then.
So I'll move my 30.
Yeah.
Rillik's basically going to shout, "She's mine." Basically, so telling all the other guys to stop. She's his. If anybody's going to do her in, it's him. And he's going to cast Compelled Duel on Kira.
Okay.
So it's a
wisdom save.
I should have done the same with that dog.
He's mine.
In
Got on all fours.
I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to you.
Natural 20, isn't it?
It's going to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Or it's going to be like utter dog shit.
Right, just ignore the name.
Wow.
So she rolled a natural 1. Wisdom of -1 makes it a 0. I believe
yeah.
now she has to target you.
Yeah, so playing into it a little bit then, I think he could have probably like flipped his hood off as he was running over, like pointed the sword after her and said, "You're mine," you know. And with the climate, that must have locked her off a game a little bit. Yeah, so she's drawn
That's
to
like
me
that.
now. The duration, she has disadvantage on attack rolls against other creatures other than me. And every time that she tries to move away from me more than 30 feet, she has to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Is that your action?
Yes.
So that's move, action. Anything else?
Oh, actually, no, that's a bonus action.
Okay.
So for my action, cast a spell and do a bonus action spell, can't you?
That's not a spell. That's an ability. So you've not cast a spell.
Okay, cool. So as he does that, then, and he's flicked it back and he's pointing at her, you just see this big cylinder of darkness just swamp over him. I'm going to cast darkness on myself again, so I'm just surrounded by darkness.
Okay. That's the range of that
15
is
foot
15.
of a magical darkness around
Hello,
me.
darkness, my old friend.
I love it when I've got my tools to hand. Right. Valkyn.
Right. I suppose Valkyn here in Rillik, saying she's mine. He's going to turn and say to Rillik, "Yeah, you have claim to nothing, Tin Man," and he's going to take a swipe at Kira again.
Roll to hit.
Please roll well. 21.
21 hits.
2, 6 plus. It's 18.
Okay. That's another solid strike. It's not enough to take it down, however.
Bonus action of the
Sure.
so 14. No.
14 is exactly what you need.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. Miller missed on a 13, unfortunately.
Another 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Best cover of all time, that.
Yes. Disturbed. Agreed. Yes,
Yeah.
mate. You haven't got 2-weapon fighting. I wanted to just check. So what I've done with your short sword, I've just added. I've customized it because it was silvered, but I've changed it to an offhand attack. If you had the two weapon fighting or dual wield, whatever it is, you get to add your dexterity to the damage. On this, you don't, so it's only 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so she's not down, and I believe that's all of your action, bonus action.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So the guards, they're doing nothing. The Mastiff is dead. That takes us to Kira, who's now. So, Rillik's intent with this compelled duel. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be compelling her to duel, but you're compelling her. So my question to you, Lewis, is: was Rillik compelling her to a duel, or was Rillik compelling her to do something else?
Compelling her to basically run at him.
Okay, which is what she's now going to do. So she's moving out of combat range of Damian and Valkyn, who both get opportunity attacks should they wish.
Absolutely.
Who would go first? The attack of opportunity.
It would be Damian first.
Damian's not going to take an opportunity attack.
You got us into this, Damian.
I know. However, Damian's shocked that she's just kind of like, she's gone with like this vicious intent. She's almost like pulled this like psycho trick on him, and then he's like cracked her in the face, and she's still kind of like, yes, it's staggered her, but then he was almost expecting to capitalize on that stagger. I know Valkyn's then put 2 stabs in her, but seeing this weak spot, so for then to see this energy come out of her and her just leap out the way, he's almost like took her back. So he's not prepared to make that attack.
Okay, and as she runs past you, she will say, "Finally, Rillik, we will be together." So Damian's not attacking. Valkyn?
Valkyn is definitely attacking.
Yeah, roll to hit.
It's a killer.
22 hits.
6 points.
How does Kira die?
Oh shit!
But as she turns to run, Valkyn sort of noticed it, and he's kind of lunged towards her and almost plunged his dagger into the chest, where she's fallen to the floor, and he's sort of straddling her now, sort of looking into her eyes as she dies, and just seeing if she's like, "Are you enjoying this as much as I am?" kind of thing. I'm loving this.
I'm just filling out a care concern. Hold on.
I'm just really pleased I've always been nice to you, Johnson. Please tell me I've always been nice to you, Johnson. Okay. So the guards are now there after the intimidation of Valkyn, seeing what you guys have done, the fact that you've ripped them apart, and then they've just witnessed, I mean, not only this, having one of their the nobility dragged through the street by her, a bolt sticking out of her eyeball. There's no one around you to be seen. Valkyn has just taken down Kira. What do we want to do?
Quick, grab her hair. We're dragging her through the street.
By a
Let's
dagger
take
in her chest.
Let's take her to the Burgomaster.
I think Rillik would step in at that point. It's obviously still shrouded by darkness, and obviously he'll walk over to the body and he'll pick her up. So because I don't think anybody else has got magical sight, have they, or devil's sight or anything like that?
No, don't think so.
So I think my character's chaotic neutral, so he knows what he wants, and he's making a beeline for Valkyn now. That is it, and he'll whisper to Valkyn in this darkness as he walks over and says, "Watch your back." And then he'll walk off, and you just see this darkness walking by, and he says to Kira, "Ni milifli," which is "I love you" in Elvish, as he's walking off from the group.
Right. So you're leaving Kira's body?
He's got Kira with him, and he's walking off with it.
Okay.
But he's shrouded in darkness.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah.
Theodor go over to both the dead dogs and just pat them and say, "Rest easy, good friends."
You see that both of them have collars. One of them was called Binky. The other one was called Scratch.
What Why'd you have to give him a name?
Rest in peace. Scratch.
Has Theodor got time to quickly dig a couple of graves without magic?
Yeah. Have you got prestidigitation?
I do.
Yeah, you need to
I
read
think I do. Yeah, I do.
prestidigitation for when you if you're because Miller was using his firebolt, you can do crazy shit with prestidigitation if you want to intimidate someone or persuade someone or do sort of like minor effects. Yeah,
I quite like that you can instantaneously clean or soil an object. Is that including
nice
a person?
Yep. Yeah, you know when you go to like Splash Landers, you got those booths that you put like half your pay slip in for 30 seconds of drying. Then yeah, you can literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kira's body is now being removed by Rillik. Where are you going to?
That's for all of you to find out.
Well, yeah, no, we kind of need to know the direction that you're headed in. Are you?
He's walking off into the distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just see this cloud going off somewhere.
Yeah, there's just that shroud of darkness. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you would be you'd be pretty sure that in terms of your safety and security in Vallaki, you've pretty much overthrown the Burgomaster. He's had to retreat. If as you've been in and around Vallaki, you've probably just destroyed or demoralized virtually the whole of his standing force. No one's going to attack you. The Burgomaster himself is probably going to go into hiding. And the last exchange you had with the guards that have withdrawn was to request that you leave Vallaki and never return. Rillik's walked off into the sunset for now. What's everyone else do? We know what Theodor's doing. What's everyone else?
Let's loot this place.
It's not about looting the place.
Town is ours.
I think Damian would say, I guess like Damian would kind of like look at Valkyn and be like, I mean, will the Burgomaster now try to do anything to regain his power within this town?
We need to go have a word with him, don't we? I think, at least, if it's in his mansion. You say he's gone to hide in Dave.
He's gone towards his mansion. So just a very brief recap. His power lay in Kira. Yes, he'd got the standing army, which you've demoralised, but everyone in Vallaki is afraid of Kira, which you've just now removed. As far as you're aware, he's gone back to his mansion.
I think Rillik would, not Rillik, sorry, Reman would go up to Brungrik and suggest that, you know, I'm sorry this isn't how you wanted it to go down, but I think what we've achieved here is a moral victory, and I think we could do with your diplomatic prowess now to convince the Burgomaster that, you know, let's all join arms to fight Strahd. You know, let's not have our own little havens where we just do what we've got to do to survive. I believe, you know, I'm almost suggesting to him that he's got the ability now to put Vallaki on the right track and potentially aid us in destroying Strahd, which is what we all want.
Yeah, Brungrik is not that persuasive.
But he's a good diplomat. He's a good diplomat.
He's not.
Well, he always has the
Theodor's quite persuasive, but he's just following the crowd. Really, he's just trying to please everybody just to get out of this.
Diplomat or not, I think Brungrik has always had the pearls of wisdom. We just got het up in a fight. I think if anyone's going to talk the Burgomaster around, I think it would be him, and potentially use it to our advantage if we are going to go and seek out the Burgomaster. If not, then I'll be like, well, whatever. Where are we going next?
Brungrik's response to that would be, "It's too late." If that was the Burgomaster's power that we've just killed, we've lost the town. And he's giving Damian and Valkyn some very strong, disappointed dad looks. He's gone past anger.
I'm not cross. I'm just disappointed.
Yep. I'm no longer cross.
In terms of in terms of looting 2d6 worth of Electrum pieces, Mr. Johnson, you can take. What are we going to do with the session then, John? Where are we going to move it?
Well, from Damian's perspective, he's going to turn to Brungrik while Brungrik's kind of like staring him, and he says, "Well, if we're no longer welcome in this town and we cannot ensure the Burgomaster remains loyal to our cause, then I suggest we go to the church and we ensure Irina is safe and we take her with us."
Okay. Everyone going along. Well, is everyone other than Rillik going to move along with Damian back to the church?
Yeah, Theodor at this point will literally be like dusting his hands off after burying the two dogs, and then just walk over to Brungrik, slap him on the shoulder, and go, "Where to then, dwarf?" Or chipper. After he's just murdered loads of people with a fireball, he's just going to be like, "Where to then, my dwarf?"
Yeah, he's not happy.
You really are embracing your inner psychopath, a lot of you, aren't you?
And then you're trying to wind up the one guy that didn't get involved.
In fairness, towards the end of the fight, you did see sort of Damian lay down arms. I'm just going to point that one thing out, just to try and be that diplomatic voice.
I was just going to say it almost lends well because like Brungrik and Damian have butted heads a few times.
They have. Yeah.
Mate, this whole session so far, I've really enjoyed it. But the thing that I still need to know is the church is. Let's take you back to the.
Can I diverge from the path, Steve? And can I head towards the Burgomaster's mansion? Be it by myself.
Sure. What's your intent?
Interrogation.
Interrogation or interrogation?
Interrogation. With a view to interrogation.
Okay.
If he doesn't, if they don't get the answer on.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Immediately, what I need to know is so Vallaki. You got Vallaki map of Vallaki. You're in the town centre. That's all happening here. Burgomaster's mansion's on your way here, then, Mr. Johnson. So you can walk with most of your party. This is the church over on the opposite side.
Yep.
From the town square, as you leave, the five of you, which direction's Rillik going? What's Rillik doing?
Rillik's just Last you saw of Rillik, he was just walking towards the gate. Just this dark shroud. And then as this dark shroud walked through the gate, you saw 2 dead guards on the floor with stab wounds in the neck. So it could be going north, could be going east.
Yeah. Okay, but Rillik's gone.
Gone.
So, as the rest of you are in either conversation or hushed silence as you go past the Burgomaster's mansion, how did Valkyn want to do this? Did you want to do this subtly, or are you trying to hide from your fellows and you don't want them to know what you're about?
No, he's quite brazen about it. He's just going to peel off from the group towards the mansion and just say, "I'll catch up with you."
Okay.
I almost feel like Damian wouldn't even notice that Valkyn's gone. Like Damian's almost like storming off ahead in front of the rest of the group. Like it almost feels like it's a bit disjointed because of like the different contrasting views. So like Damian wouldn't be making any effort to walk with Brungrik because he doesn't see the eye to eye with Brungrik at the moment, and then because like Valkyn's skulking off, but he's like determined to go and see Irina.
Okay.
See,
So
Theodor would be interested. He'd shout up and be like, "Hey, Rogue, where are you going?"
He'll just say, "I'm just going to have words, only words." Follow on if you want.
So yeah, Theodor would probably go just out of interest.
okay, so you get to the Burgomaster's mansion. We've been here before. I'm not going to take you through the rigmarole of explaining or describing it to you. The front door's closed. There aren't any guards, which you've always seen guards before. What do you want to do?
Boot in the door.
Okay, door swings open. Inside, there's perhaps a servant or two scream all of a sudden at your entry. There's sort of whispers of, it's them, run! As the servants run out the opposite door, try and run away from you.
And I'll catch
Theodore
one of the
just
servants
like-
before they run away.
Yeah, sure.
I can just grab him by the scruff of the collar, saying, "The Burgomaster, where is he?"
They'll say, upstairs in the attic.
And he'll release the servant, and marching upstairs.
Okay.
Theodore
So-
would just be trying to calm them, saying like, "Calm, servants. We're just here to talk. That's all the rogue wants to do."
the rogue in the assassin's mask. So you find the Burgomaster, just the Burgomaster. If you remember the attic, there was sort of a trail leading through, and you find him in his son's room, hiding under his son's desk. Just him. No one else is in the house, and he's cowering, hiding from you. And as soon as the door opens, the first thing he does is he'll say, "Have anything you want. Just leave me alone."
He'll say, "Come out, coward. I will have words before I end you."
Oof. Okay.
Sam's left in disappointment. He's done with the session.
Just to increase in the intimidation as well, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation on him and just put a slight cool chill through him, like a shiver through his spine. Like, oh shit.
Okay. Roll intimidation with advantage.
I thought.
Andy, your roll.
For my intimidation. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I know which way I think this is going to go. He, as you say this, and you can see he's jerking with his tingle down his spine. There's 2 windows behind him, and he turns and jumps headfirst through the window of the 2nd story. Falls to his death.
Motherfucker. Yeah, motherfucker.
Theodor would just tap Valkyn on the shoulder, like, bloody hell, chap, that's not what we wanted, is it? And then to start walking out the house back to go stay with the rest of the group.
Yeah, Valkyn's going to roll his eyes off. But he's going to thoroughly search the house for anything of use before he leaves.
Okay. But leave that with me. I'll send you a text as to what you find. The rest of the house is completely empty. His wife and his son are nowhere to be seen. So what time are we? What time are we all finishing tonight?
I'm all good. I'm on leave.
I'm fine.
I'm off
Okay.
tomorrow. I've not got a depression.
Right. Well, I'm on overtime. Yeah. So we'll wrap up the church. So you, Reman, Brungrik, and Damian arrive at the church in Vallaki. Word of what has happened in the town square spread like for a relatively busy town. There's no one on the streets. There's no one around, except when you approach the church, you see Father Lucian stood at the door. And as you approach, he has a very neutral expression. Difficult to read initially. What do you want to do?
I think like Damian would kind of like carry on like marching up to the door with like purpose. And as he gets to like the door with Father Lucian, he'd say, "Irina, where is she?"
Father Lucian now, he'll sort of crosses his arms a little, slight frown. He'll say, "Good evening to you, gentlemen. You know you're always welcome here. Irina's inside. She is well.
May I see
I
her?
must ask, with what has happened today, what are your intentions?"
I think on that, Damian would place one hand on his chest and one hand on Father Lucian's shoulder, even though he's got his arm crossed, and he'd say, you know I would never bring harm to Irina."
Okay, just a simple persuasion then. DC's not going to be too high for this. Just don't fuck it up, Jake.
Don't fuck it up. Persuasion. I mean, I have got a 0 on persuasion. This is not my 12.
Yeah. Okay. So his sort of his countenance softens, and he says, "Yeah, come inside." Irina's just inside the door, and she's. What have you done? What are you doing?
I mean, Damian would look at Irina and he'd be like, "The devil has sent his servants into Vallaki. They've penetrated deep within the town, and we took action against them. I just wanted to make sure you were safe."
I'm fine. Father Lucian's. I help out. Father Lucian's. She gestures towards Father Lucian. Yeah. What is this going to bring down the wrath of Strahd on the town?
Probs.
The wrath of Strahd was already coming. Whilst we have been away, we have made several discoveries and have made splinter assaults against him, which have weakened his stance within the land.
So am I still safe?
At the moment, I fear for your safety. He already has tried to reach you once before, and then with his servants within the town, who knows who else is lying in wait for you, Irina. I think over the last, I mean, how long was it? How long roughly would you say it since we've seen Irina?
Should we give it a week? Probably a little bit less.
Okay, so Damian would be like, we've attacked his generals, we've took out a pack of werewolves who were in service of him, we've taken down his his druids and a cult that were following him, and we've defeated his servant within Vallaki itself. The other casualties that have come from today were not intended, but if the Burgomaster will not take a stand against the devil, then we must implore the people do.
So Father Lucian steps in at this point, and he'll say, "So, what are we to do with Irina?" And you see the two of them now next to each other, and she's looking at him for help and guidance. You know she's a strong woman, but I mean it's Strahd that she's up against. And Father Lucian will say, I only have these 4 walls. Yes, they are hallowed. It is hallowed ground, but is she still safe here with me?
I think Damian would take a step closer to Irina and he'd take a hand, and he'd like dip his head down. He'd kind of say like, "I fear you are not."
So I must leave.
Yes, but I feel you should come with us. We have contingency plans and we can keep you safe on the road.
Okay. She looks towards Father Lucian, and Father Lucian sort of shrugs, nods, and it's how I want to play this, but it's not quite as quick as this, but it's almost as if she's got a duffel bag ready. She reaches behind one of the pews and goes, "Right, I'm ready." But it's similar to that.
Can Theodor catch up at this point and just come barging in, out of breath, and just like, "Hello, everybody. What's happening then? What's the plan?" I know they've had like a nice somber moment, but Theodor's just a bit of an idiot.
Have you met Irene before? I don't know if you have.
Maybe when I was AFK, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do then, because it is 10:30 now. That's a reasonable place to wrap up the session. But I do have questions. First of which I think I know the answer to, but what in terms of me planning for next time, it's going to be back to Kresk to drop off the wedding dress, possibly Irina. Okay, to be discussed.
I'm of the approach at the moment that Irina is safest if she's with us rather than anywhere else, as long as these crazy bastards don't kill her.
Okay. So again, to be discussed, but it's going to be from here because there's no one around. No one's going to stand in your way now. There is no one to stand in your way now in Vallaki. So you leave here. You're going to go to Kresk, and then following that to the Amber Temple. Yep. Okay. Lewis, do we need to discuss anything now, or are we going to wait? Yeah, basically, my question is Rillik coming back, or have you left the party and therefore need to roll from the character?
He might, he'll come back.
Okay. Right. In which case, we'll. Do you want to come back now? So we're starting off on an even keel.
Yeah, obviously Kira's not in hand.
Okay. Okay. So as everyone's preparing to leave, Theodor turns up, lightens the mood, and then Rillik turns up.
Yeah, he kind of slams the doors open, etc., and just kind of just walks straight past everybody into a corner with his hood up.
I'm just kind of playing Theodore as like a bit, or not. He's not a bumbling. He's not an idiot. He's like he's a regal man. He's very intelligent, but he's being a bumbling idiot because he doesn't know what the relationships between these people are and the other members of the party. So that's why he's just running in on Damian having a bit of a heart to heart because he's not aware of what relationship they've got.
Yeah, no, I like it, mate. I like it. So you're sort of trying to see your way through the social awkward, the awkward silences by
In the void.
doing what you need to do. Okay, so what we'll do then, next session, we'll pick it up from here. You're ready to get on the road to travel back to Cress. Happy?
Have you still got
What
Leoman's
about a
tiny
rest?
hook, Miller? You're muted, but I got yes, you have.
What was that
We're
question,
gonna
Jacob?
need it. I asked Miller, has he still got Leoman's tiny hut? Because we're gonna
Yeah.
need it.
Okay.
Would we do what about a short rest or something whilst we're here?
Yeah, you can have but you can have a short rest in the church, and then I am gonna end the session there.